So now we're looking at actual GDP for the United States. In 1995, nominal GDP was $7.7 trillion, or you can say it as $7,664 billion. In 1995, real GDP was $10,167.3 billion, or 10.2 if we're rounding up to the first decimal, $10.2 trillion. But how do we find the price index? We can use the formula above, which is real GDP equals nominal GDP divided by the price index, and just replace the nominal GDP or real GDP or price index numbers with the numbers that are given to us in the chart. So I have it right here in black where you see nominal GDP as 7664, and let me just highlight this, 7664, which is nominal GDP, and then they're also giving us real GDP, okay, which is the 10167. So that's real GDP. And if I just do some basic math, I will get 0.754 if I take these two numbers over each other, like so, 0.754. And when I place that number, the price index I just calculated, into this chart, I want to move the decimal place over 2 places to be consistent with how the chart is indicating the price index, which is typically those 2 places to the right, okay, once we take it out of hundredths. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing in terms of year 2, and as you see, or year 2000, and as you see, nominal GDP is 10,289.7. They're not giving us real GDP, and then they're giving us a price index of 81.9. Let's see how this works, and we can use the blue to help us with this one. Okay, let me pull the numbers back up. There we go. So the nominal GDP is given to us. That's the 10,289, and that is right there. And then the price index is given to us as 81.9, but if we're replacing it in this formula, then we have to take it in hundredths, right, as you see right here, and turn that into 0.819, which then allows us to simply calculate the real GDP figure of 12,563.7. Okay, and then finally we have another column or another set of data here which we have to figure out, and that is 2009's real GDP. The good news here though is 2009 is the base year. How do I know it's the base year? Because it says 2009 equals 100. And if that's the case, then you're taking the price of a market basket in 2009 as the numerator, and you're taking that same price of the same market basket in 2009 as your denominator, which will give you 1, and you multiply that 1 times 100, and there is your 100 for the GDP price index. So there's no math to do, because if your price index is 100, that means your nominal GDP will equal your real GDP. So real GDP in 2009 will be 14,417.9.